Si kubah kau tak ini?
We Malaysians are a mixed bunch. You can see it in the different colors and cultures we have, the different types of architecture, and of course, the food that all coexist in harmony. Just like there are so many different versions of laksa, and I've made it my mission to search them all out. You know, some days you wake up to a gloomy morning. You know it's gonna rain, and then somebody asks you, hey, do you want to have a nice bowl of something that's gonna spice up your day? And I'm gonna answer you in a way that my half Sabahan, half Malaccan friend would. Boleh babalao kalakau? Babalao is a quaint shop hidden in the middle of Bangsa that serves up a variety of awesome Peranakan food. And one of their dishes happens to be a certain Nyonya laksa. For most Malaysians, when it rains right smack in the morning, there's only two things you want to do. One, you want to curl back up in your blanket and go to sleep. And two, you want to come downstairs to have a nice old laksa right smack in the morning. The one that's going to make you go right smack with its amazing, crazy flavor. Let's see if this does just that. Yes, it is beautiful. This Nyonya laksa has so much flavor to it. I can vouch for it to be one of the best Nyonya laksas in KL. The aroma that comes out of it, the richness of all the spices that's within it. It's this soup, it's this broth. There's two massive differences in a Nyonya laksa than any other laksa. One is in the noodles. Terminology laksa comes from rice noodles. The second thing that's different is the broth, right? This sort of reminds me of a more curry noodle, mee siam sort of like sauce because it's lemak, it's fatty. You have bits of fish cake, you got your vermicelli, you got your noodles, and you got, oh, thank you very much. See, here's one of the good parts of being me, and it's also the weird thing about being me. I mean, I only ordered the laksa and the paiki and the otak-otak, but they had to give me a bihun siam as well. I mean, what? Does it look like I have a sign that says feed me in my back? As I was saying, Nyonya laksa gets very little recognition, if you ask me. Although it's not made out of fish paste broth, combination of yellow noodles, the reality is that the national heritage of Malaysia is not really the noodle itself. It is the descendants of the Baba Nyonya people. They came from China and they mixed from the noble ladies of Indonesia. They spent hundreds and hundreds of years in Malacca, and that combination is what gives us this beautiful dish today. Besides their laksa, I was also awed by their pai tea. If you don't know what that is, it's a small teacup-looking snack packed with delicious flavors. I could do more, but what has caught my eye is this otak-otak. That, my friends, is a fish. And that full fish just hits you with some full lemak flavor. Kapow! This is the creation that you call brain genius. Gotta try this bihun siam. I don't know why they call it bihun siam. Probably started off in good old Thailand, but the Nyonyas love it. This mee siam is not your ordinary bihun goreng. You get a mix of sweet, spicy, and sour with every bite. And next is dessert. Is a must when you come to any Baba Nyonya or Malaccan establishment. There is no better chendol in the world than if it comes from two places. One, Penang, because they are food experts. Two, Malacca, because the main ingredient in a chendol is gula Malacca. And it's as if all the powers of the universe has combined, from the snows of the Arctic in the north to the green seaweed from under the ocean to the sugar in the sugar crush factory. Never mind my poetry, man. This thing speaks for itself. But you know what? I didn't order this. Is there really a feed me sign behind my back? I guess not. You know that feeling after a hot, good meal early in the morning? That, guys, is best in the world. And I'm ready for my next breakfast. My fellow Malaysians, we are privileged
We have been gifted with a variety of mind-bendingly delicious cuisines in our lands. But not all of them are known to us. Not all of us have enjoyed this privilege. Now it is my honor as president of the Malaysian Pelahap Association to introduce them to you, so you, the Malaysian people, can enjoy them. And as my first step in good faith, I have organized a meeting in this matter here at the White House. Kedai Kopi White House, residence to a supreme range of food that has ruled Clantonese taste buds for generations. I am here for a discourse with their most influential dishes. First, check it out, right? You got your standard Western flavor, you got your Eastern flavor, and then you got your Far East flavor. I'm going to explain bits and pieces to you, but first up, let me tell you about the deliciousness of this cafe. Man, you know sometimes when you go and you have a kopi o, and I like to have mine without sugar, yeah? Most times it's got a very strong fatty taste because what they do is they usually roast it with the butter. Now, you can actually taste the butter in this, but very, very little. It's not even like margarine, it's butter because you can taste the subtle fatness in it, and it's just a great pick-me-up, as you can see. Oh, fantastic. But I'm here for the food. So, first up, this place is uber famous for its bread because it's cooked fresh right here at the back of the White House. That's what they do at the White House. They cook bread and they make their own homemade kaya, which is so good. It's creamy. You put some butter in there as well. You're gonna get that fatty taste, but the kaya is a bit eggy, full flavor. It's not too much sugar. You can tell that it really came from, you know, quite natural flavors. It must have been the coffee masking my taste, but this is sweet. But then again, I am in Clanton and everything is sweet here. I love it. Okay, check this out, right? This is what they call a very special old school recipe that can never be found anymore. Eggs on toast. Kidding. It's not exactly half-boiled. This stuff looks like it's poached. It's very runny though, so I'm gonna have to be very careful with this, but oh baby, that is yum. It is too stylo. Another big favorite here in Clanton is your nasi tumpang, or as the locals call it, nasi tumpang. I know, you thought I was going to say tumpeng, right? Yeah. So, what it is layered rice, right? As you can see, the top layer of rice is just pure rice, and then they've got beef there, serunding, and then they've added some sort of lovely lemak concoction there. Nasi hitch a ride, man. Gonna need some of that. See what do they have in here. As I suspected, serunding. Gotta love this stuff, man. And that's some good ikan tongkol. Clantonese food is sweet, and I mean it in both ways, dude. Yeah.
For remaining one of the best places to get an authentic Clantonese experience, and for serving 80 years worth of great breakfast, I declare this place a national treasure and best in the world. Why is there an M behind laksa?
Well, that is an excellent question. I don't know.
Heads up! When you stop by Bai Tea, be prepared for more than just a regular laksa. Here, they add a few meal chicken standing in the morning ingredients.
Interesting. I am quite familiar with laksa. Now, this is extremely different. You've got serunding on this, which is dried bits of shaved meat floss, and then you've got some lovely, lovely quail eggs, and yeah, that's not very normal with your laksa. And then he gave me what I believe is, oh, that's belacan, man. That's uncooked belacan, and this is, please don't tell me it's sugar. Oh, it's salt. Oh, that's interesting. That's the first time I get served salt with anything here in Clanton. It's a very good taste, huh? You like this, don't you? Ah. You get that whole fishy flavor. It's very thin in terms of broth. Let's mix it up and see what's up. It's good, yeah? Fat. This is fantastic. Let's try it with some quail egg. That is a game changer right there, man. To have like, you know, nice little egg in there that changes the texture altogether. The yolk sort of like absorbs all that gravy and then it just comes in really nicely. But I'm sort of still wondering what we do with this, so I'm just gonna ask Abang.
Mr. Zainani is the Clantonese wizard who conveniently gave us belacan in an uncooked form. Apparently, you've got to crush the belacan, mix it all up, and sprinkle a little salt on top. Zam zam ala laksa!
Oh, dah lain jadi ni, Abang.
Rasa lebih sikit.
Terbaik ni, Abang.
Terbaik.
Apa kelebihan ni? Aku tak faham. Sedap sangat je, Abang. Ini nak kena tambah lagi.
Tambah.
You've got a beautiful aroma of dried shrimp, and when you mix it all up and put it in here, it changes the game altogether. This is insane.
Extraordinary, stupendous, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. There aren't enough words in the dictionary to do this laksam justice. You need to try this because it's absolutely best in the world. I'm so pumped, I want to eat more!
15 is the natural number after 14. 15 is an emergency line in Pakistan. 15 is the first point gained in tennis.
15 is the number of days in each cycle of the Chinese calendar.
And 15 is the number of players in a Gaelic football team. 15 is the number of times I do this before I come to bring the boat across the finish line. But in KL, 15 is a good place to eat though.
Lima Blas brings a piece of nostalgia to contemporary KL with gorgeously ornate interior and eye-catching details in every corner. But what's mouth-watering here is their authentic Peranakan laksa.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Lima Blas! That's right, man. Lima Blas Nyonya laksa. This stuff is the ori because the guy who makes it, he is the last descendant of the Peranakans. It's like being the last of the Mohicans. So, without further ado, let's try the good old curry laksa, or in Malacca known as the Nyonya laksa. Oh, this laksa kicks a lot of other laksas in the kahuninonos. This stuff has a lot of shrimp in it. It's got a lot of chili, original spices. You know what I mean? You get herbs and blend it all together. It's so sedap, man. This broth is it's too good. Too good. You want the blend of the beautiful Peranakan culture. Baba Nyonya is one of the earliest of mixed bloods in our Malaysian community, and because this is the original that you need to savor when you talk about a Nyonya laksa. Stylo, Milo.
And you know what else is stylo? Delectable shrimp top paiti, a glass of specially concocted Uncle John's Delight, and this beautiful tamarind chicken.
It's amazing. This is you get a good taste of the chicken, but at the same time there's a very sweet sort of like savory mix in your mouth that you don't really understand. But at the end of the day, why you want to understand? Come and eat, right?
Yes.
Very good, fantastic. So, how long have you been cooking, John?
Well, I've been cooking for a very long time, ever since I was 6 years old.
6.
Yep, Uncle John has been around the block as far as cooking is concerned, and all the food he prepares are his family's original recipe.
See, this is why this place is also a national heritage, okay? You know, you go to Malacca and that place is like a World Heritage site, and like you come to KL and you got nothing of that. But for all you babas out there and nyonyas or Peranakan descendants, if you feel like revisiting your roots and you're in KL and you find it really hard to go back, this is definitely the place to taste it. Uncle John, thank you so much for sitting down and talking to me.
Let's have a sip of the coffee.
Let us. Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
So, if you want authenticity, originality, and short sekali Peranakan food, I would put all my money on number Lima Blas. Everything here adds up to be best in the world. Penang is known as the land of Asam Laksa, but at Nan Guang Cafe, you don't just get a killer Asam one, you also get a mouthful of its shinier cousin.
So tell me the difference between Siamese laksa and actual Penang laksa.
Okay, Penang laksa is a sour Assam laksa.
Okay.
Siamese laksa has coconut milk, so it's a bit sweet.
But I hear you do something quite special here. You actually merge the laksas.
Yes.
Sounds good lah, Uncle John.
Okay.
Sounds good lah. I think it's time for me to give it a shot because I can't stand it. It's already giving me an emotional thing.
There's a constant stream of people coming into the shop, and it makes me wonder just how powerful is the laksa?
Thank you. Oh, it smells so good. The mint leaves look fresh. I'm gonna try some of this first. I mean, this looks amazing. Yeah? Oh, it's like a keropok, man. It's like a keropok udang. It's sweetish as well. I'm just gonna leave this in there. Shh.
This is so good. I'm lost for words. Okay, come on, Raz, say something, say something.
Okay.
Did I lock the car? No, ain't nobody got time for that. Nothing entered my mind except the absolute goodness of the laksa. Then it suddenly hit me.
Woo! Forgive me for being so rude just now, neglecting you were here. This thing is the most complex taste Penang laksa I've ever had. You know, sometimes when you get the asam and it's just so asam and you think that's cow, right? Actually, I don't think so. This has changed my mind. I'm like thinking to myself, whoa, it's so cow in terms of the fish and then the asam is just there, you know. And it stays consistent all the way. That's what it's like. Oh, moving on. Khop kun kap. It is thick. I mean, you look at it already, you know it's thick. Fish, and more fish.
Just a few bites of this, and again, I couldn't talk. But I could sing.
We are Siamese, if you please. We are Siamese, if you don't please. But please come and eat this Siamese because it is the bomb. Immediately from the two, I can already tell, I know the secret. It is the freshness and the way they treat the fish. The laksa siam, it's fragrant, much more fragrant. There's no sour taste at all, probably very little. It would be very rude of me to try to decipher this. You must try it for yourself.
Just heavenly.
What I do wonder though, is if you have two superpowers and you combine them, what would it taste like? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ah, from the bottom of my heart, man, to the bottom of this plate. If you have a look at this one, half red and half gold. Kim laksa, Kim means gold. It is just solid gold, man. It's perfect. I wouldn't mind using this as a currency because it's that good. This is the final showdown between the Siam laksa and the Penang laksa. Put together, and you have a very beautiful daughter. Remind me to look for a half Penang, half Thai girl after this. They're so strong, they still manage to retain its strong characters. These guys have been here for about 8 years, but before that, the recipe has been around for about 30 years. I don't think any other laksa would hold to this laksa, unless you can prove me wrong. You let me know. But to date, this place, I really, really mean it, is best in the world.
I can hear the laksa calling. Rajiv! Rajiv! Eat me! Eat me! I'm delicious! Rajiv! But I have to go. I have more eating to do.
The next dish is said to be as epic as when Bruce Lee met up with Chuck Norris. And something like this is definitely hard to come by. But bless me lucky stars, me has found myself an authentic laksa Johor.
Bumbu Asli is one of the few places where you can get an amazing authentic laksa Johor. I sat down with the owner to get the lowdown on this unique dish.
So, Farhan, I hear you have the best laksa Johor in town.
That's what they say, huh?
Why did you choose like laksa Johor as one of your menus?
Well, we're in Johor right now, and it's not that easy to find laksa Johor, which is sad. This is our signature dish. I feel that it's something that we must preserve. And of course, I think that my mom makes the best laksa Johor.
So this is your mom's recipe?
Yes, it's my mom's recipe.
Tell me what comes in the laksa Johor.
We make sure we use Italian-made halal spaghetti, so that's top-grade spaghetti. That's number one. Number two, the vegetables, and then the kuah.
What fish do you use?
Can't really say. You know, it's our secret.
Are you saying you use a different fish than everybody else?
We use our own mixture of fish. That's what I can say.
Oh, see, now that's interesting. Okay, this mixture of fish has gotten me really intrigued. I'm starving. I need to eat now.
Okay, let's bring it on.
Let's bring it on.
What makes a good laksa Johor? Well, Farhan's recipe is a labor of love. It involves detailed preparation, fresh ingredients, and his own secret combination, a potent mixture of fish.
Farhan, this already looks amazing.
Yep, gorgeous.
You've eaten this so many times and still you are...
Definitely, man.
First thing I want to do is taste this amazing fish paste that they were talking about. Wait, you have beaten my grandmother.
Let's hope she doesn't watch the show, man.
No, she's alright. Tok, if you're watching, Tok, I think you also would like to come here and try lah. Oh, there we go. I love the fact that it's mixed with spaghetti. If I can describe what went through me just now, that burst of taste, it is different. It is lain daripada lain lah. The thing about this thing is, it's thick. I like laksa Johor when you can just taste the spices that go behind the fish, but it doesn't overbear it. Because some laksa Johors that you taste has an overbearing sense of spices, you know what I mean? This is just nice. It's a perfect balance, especially when you mix it.
You see, the real Johorians eat laksa Johor with their hands.
Oh really?
Yeah, did you know that?
No, I didn't. Why is that?
They claim there's more taste, the mixture is better, and it's just finger licking good. You know, you eat with your hands, you lick your fingers.
Really now? Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot then. Why not? Bismillah.
True to what Farhan said, it's finger licking good. You get a totally different experience when you whack it with your hands. It was too delicioso that I had to order one more.
Honest lah, this one is memang sedap lah. Laksa Johor as a national treasure is something that you cannot buy. It is the treasure that will be there and will always be there, and that is best.
Well, I have explored the wonderful world of laksa in its different forms across Malaysia. Each have their distinct personality, but no matter if it's thick, sweet, sour, feathery, or has a Western twist, one thing they all have in common is their delicious taste. And that definitely makes this national treasure best in the world. Salim!
When animals become food, they have no problems.
And if you're gonna treat me like this, I hope life treats him well. Here's to the oldest biryani in Penang. Hey, you! Are you a makan kaki?